2010, New York State adopted the new Common Core learning standards, which set higher expectations for students, staff, and schools. At that time, the Weedsport Central School District introduced new, rigorous standards for what every child should know in each subject area and grade level to align with the Common Core. We asked Weedsport students, staff, and parents about the changes they've seen and how it has affected our learners.
She's going to check my
work. For some classes, I've seen actually much more understanding. My grades go up. In English, I've seen it's a lot more analytical this year. I think that's a lot more useful in life. Say I'm in college, I need to do a research paper on something. I'll be able to look and say, okay, I need to find this, this, and this to help support what I'm trying to do.
They are teaching me new ways to think about math, which I really appreciate. My son really was interested in math and felt like it was his strength. And I think as soon as the Common Core was rolled out, it became a struggle for him. But I think with that, he really understood that it was a different way of thinking about math. So I think it took him about a year or two to really catch up to the concepts and things. But with help from myself and from the wonderful teachers here at Weedsport, he was able to catch up pretty quickly.
The implementation of Common Core learning standards is guiding students away from the method of learn the facts, memorize them, and then be tested on them to applying what you know to solve problems.
We are educating our students, future leaders, citizens, voters, to have the tools to be in-depth thinkers and make informed decisions about complex issues.
Flipped over 10. What other part do you need to make 10? Zero. How did you know that?
The kids love the lessons. We make sure that all of our lessons are fun and engaging. They don't notice any change. They were also exposed to the Common Core in kindergarten, so this is really all that they know. Where's the total spot and where are my two parts?
There we go. Right here, right here.
We see a huge difference this year, especially in math. The kids came to first grade very well prepared. They knew all of the vocabulary and had all of the different terms down that the Common Core utilizes and were able to apply the skills that they learned last year to this year's lessons.
Still, we understand that there's a learning curve on these standards, and what adults and learners may perceive as harder than before will be second nature to our students before you know it.
This is a necessary shift for the benefit of our community in the present and in the future. Parents, grandparents, community elders, all stakeholders must remain supportive, patient, and committed.
Well, I believe that the Common Core standards are really going to help students to understand that information can't just be accepted at face value. That in a world where we have so much information constantly coming out and flooding them, that they need to be able to effectively sift through that information, and the standards are going to do that for them. Having that sort of skill is going to help them to be not only a more responsible citizen, it's going to help them to be a better employee and really even be a more effective consumer in society.
I think the Common Core will help our students in really what are the three main areas that school's supposed to help them, which is it'll make them better readers because they're annotating difficult texts, and by doing that they're going to be able to succeed when they're faced with more challenging things to read. They're going to be able to use that information to write, use evidence and analysis, and ultimately there's a lot of group work involved with it. It's going to make them much better communicators as well. So overall, I think it's going to help them in all the aspects of their academic career.
It is our aim to be a district that moves rather than cruises, and the Common Core learning standards are critical tools. I stoutly believe that Weedsport students will succeed because I know that our teachers are noble professionals devoted to the cause of educating today's youth for tomorrow's future.